Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sean, sometimes known as the Beast, and this is just going to be a quick sort of what's been spinning this past week or so. On Sunday of last weekend, which was the 17th, I believe, 16th, 17th of June, we were in Newcastle to watch the mighty Crypta, hence the shirt. They were backed more than ably by the incredible Killanova. So if you get the chance to listen to either Killanova or Crypta, please do so, especially if you get the chance to see them live. Superb, both bands. Anyway, I digress. This is going to be, like I said, just a few bits and bobs I've been listening to this week. A couple of them have only come in recently, but I have actually listened to them quite a lot digitally, which for me is quite unusual. I normally just blind by, and 99 times over 100 I get away with it, and the 100th one that's not very good we stick it into a VCLT to people. Anyway, enough chatting shit, let's get on with it and show you what we've got to show. First up is a cassette, and the band in question are called Lepro. The EP is called Horror Reaction. I'll take it out of the case so you can see it better. Superb. This is it's out on Unholy Domain Records. It's their, I believe it's the first demo they've ever released. 3 tracks of old school death metal. These gentlemen are from Brazil. This was shout out to Tom at Death Stare Records. Superb distro, putting out some, or not putting out as such, sorry, getting hold of some stuff that's pretty awkward for us to get over in the UK at times. So when I saw I had this up, it was a case of, yeah, I'm gonna have to grab that. I mean, the cover itself spoke to me in droves. You sort of get an idea of what it's going to be like just by looking at the artwork. But this is really, really good death metal. It's not overly brutal. It's not, in that respect, the cover maybe thinks, you could maybe think it's a bit more gore, grind orientated, but it's not. It's just really, really solid Brazilian death metal. The vocals are quite guttural and they sound quite pained as well, but it fits in perfectly with the music, you know, as you'd expect. There's not much Brazilian death metal that's not worthy of a listen to, and this certainly falls into that category. So that's the first one. It is Lepro and Horror Reaction, with an extra H thrown in for good measure. Next up, and different format again, is this is just superb. This is Basement Torture Killings, and they're, what is it, the 3rd full length out on Grind Scene Records, called There's Something About Betty. Beryl, not Betty, I haven't thumb over it. Something About Beryl. Beryl is the singer in this band, and her real name is, I've written it down, Millie Crampton. This was her debut soiree into the folds of Basement Torture Killing. Now, with a name like Basement Torture Killing, you know that they aren't going to be singing about daffodils and fairy cakes and nice pretty things like that. If there was a snuff movie of the highest calibre, if snuff movies have any type of calibre of course, and it had been turned into a vocal representation, big words, then it would be this. This is absolutely savage. It's just no nonsense, death, grind. The disc is the same picture as the cover. The inner tray, if it hopefully doesn't glare too much. If that picture doesn't describe the sound of the music on this, then I don't know what does. It's absolutely savage, but it's really, really good. The production's quite crisp for a grindcore album, and it's it just, when you listen to it properly, you can appreciate just how talented the musicians actually are. I know there's a lot of people, oh, it's just brutal for being brutal's sake. I suppose grindcore in a way it is. I got this from Chris at UKEM Records, and it's a cracking distro. He doesn't really get as many mentions in the VC as he probably should. I've had some absolutely belters from his place. I'll have to maybe do a spotlight, a distro spotlight type thing for him. Because yeah, something about Barrel, Basement Torture Killings, an absolute barnstormer of just, it's an audio representation of a snuff movie, like I said. Well worth listening. This came out in, when did it come out? 2017, this one. So it's been out a while, but it's easy to get hold of. And really, really good. Next up is an EP that I recently acquired. The band in question are called Bat. The album is called Ecstasy. This came out in 2019 on Hell's Headbangers Records. This is heavy metal, speed metal, bordering on thrash from the US. Now, two of the gentlemen in this band are currently earning a living with municipal waste. The drummer was for a short while, I believe, in DRI, so that gives you a sort of inclination of where it's going to go. It's certainly not crossover. I would say it's more heavy metal, speed metal. It's got like an infectious groove all the way through it. Not the band, different band altogether. That sort of just, you know, gets your toes tapping, gets your head bobbing. Really, really good release. The new album's just come out, which I will be showing at a later date. I just haven't had a chance to spin it much. This came on limited edition Bone vinyl, which, you know, yeah, it's bordering on clear vinyl in my opinion. But, we also get a inlay sleeve with the logo on that side and the gentlemen's names, and this side has the lyrical content and a rather cool looking bat logo up there. But yeah, this is just good, solid. I nearly said rock and roll because it's very akin to that type of, just, you know, get your head bobbing and your toes tapping. What more do you need? Really, really good release, and well worth picking up or listening to if you haven't yet. Now the next one, and the last one for this little quick update, is music to me that I have never been so enthralled by an EP for a long time. This is phenomenal. This is Gjabar and the release Obsidian Black Carrion. Came out this year. It's an EP on, I better read this properly, Dawn of Murk record label. Now on Metal Archives this is classed as Death Doom from Scotland. This is the brainchild of Joseph Edward Kelly, the guitar player for the incredible Penny Coffin, and this is phenomenal. This is 3 tracks of experimental, atmospheric, disturbing, death doom apparently. The vocals on this are demonic, but they're also, they're sort of in the mix akin to some black metal where the vocals are sort of like secondary. They're not secondary in this. I mean, even reading them with the lyrics, you'll do well to understand what they are. But this is an EP that's, if you stick it on in the background or if you stick it on while you're driving, you're going to miss 90% of what's happening. I would actually recommend sitting with your headphones on and listening to this. It's limited to 33 copies. I believe mine's number 7. This is just absolutely phenomenal. I've played this since it came in the other day. I have played this continually. It is absolutely exquisite. It's so clever, it's thought-provoking, it's melancholic, it's disturbing. I mean, the artwork itself is absolutely fantastic. And I don't normally, I'm not the best at describing music, but I sort of get by. This one is just, you need to hear it. More people need to hear this than probably will. But as far as I'm concerned, this is going to be, again, it's an EP, so I can't really say it's going to be my album of the year, but it's definitely going to be up there as a release of the year. It's just phenomenal. 3 tracks, just short of 30 minutes I think altogether, music wise. But yeah, it's just, if you ever listen to or watch one of my videos and you think, no, he's talking out his ass, I agree with you 90% of the time, but this is definitely worth listening to. So if track it down, I'll leave the links, well, I'll leave links to all these in the comments below, in the description even. This needs to be heard by lots of people. Don't go into it expecting it to be what you'd consider normal Death Doom. You need to listen to this with an open mind, but you also need to listen to it because it's incredible. Absolutely superb release. So that's it for this update. In the background, and purely so I can join my good friend Simon the Beardy Red Viking and use a certain word that he seemed to get into when he showed this CD. I think he must have said the word about 15 times. This is playing in the background, and it is FAL Juice with their EP Big Trouble in Little Vagina. Now, can you guess which word out of that title is the one that Simon managed to put into a video 13 times? Yeah, you're right. It was big. We did say vagina a few times as well. But yeah, this is a cracking little release. FAL Juice, Manchester, death metal, 1,000 mile an hour, smash your face in, leave you bleeding on the floor, you get back up and start all over again. Brilliant, brilliant band. And I was really happy to find this for next to nothing really. It's a CDR, so obviously they've probably run thousands of them more. But yeah, cracking little release. Daft as a banger knackers, these gentlemen, but super talented musicians. If you've stuck with me all this time, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. Pop down in the comments, and if you've heard of any of these, or if you've listened to me waffling on and you think I'm still chatting shit and you want to tell me so, please feel free. It's always good to interact, even with the trolls at times. Sub count is just what it is now. I've stopped looking at it. I appreciate the people that are here. They're the opinion of people who I care about and listen to. So that's it for this one. Probably be another collection update because we've had quite a lot coming recently again. But yeah, thanks for watching, and until the next time, and as always, cheers.